In the United
Sad ću
States,
reći nešto ozbiljnije.
there are some people in politics, some people in
Postoje neki
government,
ljudi trenutno u Americi, u politici, u vladi.
too many of them who are there.
Istina je mnogo njih
They were put there by President Biden,
koji su posljednje strane Bajdena,
President Obama,
i Obame,
less by President Bush,
manje od strane
and
predsjednika
more by
Busha,
President Clinton.
a najmanje od predsjednika Clintona.
And there are
Pardon, više od predsjednika
Visha,
Clintona.
President Clinton. And today there are even some members of President Trump's party, like a congresswoman from St. Louis named Congresswoman Wagner,
Također danas neki članovi kongresa od strane koji su na strani čak američkog predsjednika Trumpa, St. Louisu,
who don't understand the real issues here and
koji zaista ne razumiju situaciju kod nas
facing the
ovdje.
Serbian people and the Republic of
Sa čim se u
Srpska,
stvari susreću srpski ljudi i Republika Srpska,
nor do they understand what's happening in Bosnia and
a
Herzegovina.
najmanje razumiju šta se događa u Bosni i Hercegovini.
This Congresswoman Wagner put out a press release today.
Su danas donijeli jednu kao vrstu odluke, izjavu, dali su izjave za medije
And that press release reminded me of something that I feel I should say right now.
i neće mi biti baš drago to što ću vam sada upravo reći.
There's things like fake news and fake press releases.
To su kao neke vrste loših, lažnih vijesti, fake news i lažnih vijesti.
And she's got to get her facts right, and she ought to pick the right side. She's on the wrong side right now.
Da, treba izabrati pravu stranu, se trenutno na pogrešnoj strani.
In her press release, she talked about Iran being part of an axis of evil. That's what she called it.
Da je neko u stvari neka vrsta, nisam razumjela, can you repeat?
An axis of evil. She included Iran in countries that she claimed, that she alleged were part of an axis of evil.
Da je jedan dio predstavljanje zla u stvari.
She did this after she criticized President Dodik and the Serbian people here in Srpska,
Predstavili su predsjednika Dodika i Srpsku kao u stvari jedna vrsta zla.
because President Dodik has had the strength and the courage to stand up to the German High Representative Christian Schmidt.
Zato što je predsjednik Dodik imao snage da se prostavi predstavniku Schmidtu i njemačkoj vladi.
This is no small issue.
To nije mala stvar.
What's at stake is democracy, the rule of law,
To je jedna stvar demokratije i vladavine zakona.
the right of the people to choose their leaders in elections,
Da ljudi sami imaju pravo da biraju svoje lidere
the right
na
of the
svojim
people to
izborima,
self-government and autonomy.
da imaju svoju vladu i svoju autonomiju.
And there's also a contractual responsibility here.
Također jedna odgovornost koja je.
This woman claims she supports the Dayton Agreement.
Ta žena tvrdi da ona poštuje Dejtonski sporazum.
Back in 1995, but the fact is it's the Bosnia and Herzegovina government working with Iranians who are the ones who are destroying the Dayton Agreement.
Zato što su 1995. godine jesmo završili.
No, you just hurry me up. Go ahead. You can do it. Say it.
Can you repeat that, please?
When in fact, it's the Bosnian and Herzegovina government working with Christian Schmidt, the unelected high representative, who are destroying the terms of the Dayton Agreement.
Zato što radi sa čovjekom koji praktično nije izabran nikakvom vlasti i on u stvari predstavlja Bosnu i Hercegovinu.
The American people don't know that the Serbs in good faith signed that agreement,
A oni uopšte ne znaju da su Srbi potpisnici tog sporazuma
and that the Serbs have been fulfilling their obligations under that contract
i oni također imaju svoje obaveze prema tom ugovoru
and that agreement,
i sporazumu.
and that it's been a slow process of taking away the autonomy of the Serbian people that's being done by the German High Representative.
I da je to dug proces i da taj njemački predstavnik u stvari želi da
To take away the rights of the Serbian people. And your president, President Dodik, has stood up to this. He's being strong. And it's my obligation as the son of a Serbian immigrant and the grandson of Serbs who come from Kosovsko-Herzegovina to go back to the United States and tell everybody who will listen about the injustice that's happening to the Serbian people here, particularly from that high representative from Germany, but also to remind the American people and let them know something that this Congresswoman Wagner doesn't seem to know, that Iran has exported terrorism in places through Hezbollah in Lebanon. They've done it through Hamas in Gaza. They've done it with the Houthis in Yemen. They've done it with the Iraqi militia. And they've been doing it and are doing it in Bosnia. And when this woman writes and says axis of evil and says Iran is part of the axis of evil, she forgets that it's in Bosnia, among the different places where they're doing their acts of terrorism and training terrorists. And so it's my suggestion to Congresswoman Wagner that she gets her facts right and actually drops the side she's on and join us here, because we're on the side of democracy, we're on the side of freedom, and we're on the side of rule of law. And as a Serbian American, I want to thank President Dodik for his strength and for his courage and his willingness to take the blows and stand up for what is right for the Serbian people.